welcome back to The Dish. I'm Anna, and joining me is Corbin Dixon from Remodeler's Warehouse. We are breaking down some remodeling tips for you. Thank you so much for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure having you on, and this time we're talking about something that we haven't talked about yet, and that is the timing of remodeling your home. When's the best time to actually consider doing it?
Yeah, that's a question that a lot of people have, is once they get past the money is when to do it. Some people try and squeeze it and start it in October, but they want it done by Thanksgiving or Christmas. And we always recommend,
not a good idea, right?
No, it's not a good idea, because something's going to go wrong generally, or it's going to take a little bit longer to do. So try and give yourself plenty of time to meet that expectation and goal.
Well, and typically, I mean, you're looking at a couple of weeks, maybe more.
A full kitchen remodel can easily be 8 weeks. If you're moving walls around or anything like that, I mean, it can go on to 10 weeks. It just depends on what all you're doing.
That's really not an easy thing to do, so you want to give it time.
And if you're purchasing the home and thinking about doing this down the road, it's good to go ahead and do the kitchen remodel before you move in, especially if you have kids, because no kitchen for 6 to 8 weeks not only can be frustrating, but it can be expensive to have to eat out for 6 to 8 weeks.
And it can cause some other family tension, right?
It does. Yeah, it can, for sure.
Some hangry people, right? But tell me this, I mean, and you talk about a kitchen. You only have one of them.
Yep.
I know that we were talking about this during the commercial break. You only have one kitchen, so if you're going to do it, you're buying a home, you suggest doing it right then and there, not waiting until after you move in.
Yeah, that's the project that I would do first. If you're going to have a bathroom you want to do, there's probably 2 to 3 bathrooms in the house, so it's not a big deal.
You can do that while you're living there.
Absolutely, use another bathroom. But with a kitchen, there's only one, and that's pretty
I can't imagine trying to do that. I mean, that does bring up a good point. While living in the home, trying to remodel your kitchen, oh my gosh, nightmare. Talk about nightmare. So like you said, it takes a couple of weeks, and along the way, people, I think, can change their mind sometimes, which causes a little bit of headache maybe for Remodeler's Warehouse itself, but you want to please your customer, but that can also extend the process a little bit more.
It can. It's really good to have a plan ahead of time, and that's what we try and do, is make sure we cover everything to try and think of any of the variables so there's no change of plans, because that can add weeks or months onto it if we have to order more parts and things.
And how painful to think about doing it in October. You want it ready for Thanksgiving, and then you're not enjoying your holidays because maybe something isn't ready on time. So again, if you are going to be purchasing a home, he suggests doing it before you move in the home.
Absolutely. If you're going to do it in the next 5 years, I would say go ahead, and if you can, do it before you move in. It'll save your marriage, your kids, everything, a lot of stress and headaches,
right?
Absolutely.
And then one of the other things that I have to mention again, because I thought this was so cool, is the calculator that you have on remodelerswarehouse.com. You can easily go on there and try and figure out what is best to spend on your remodel, right?
Absolutely. It gives you that guidelines to know if you're over or under spending, and give you something to work towards.
Yeah, because you don't want to, if you end up not living in that home forever, you don't want to have to spend so much of that money, and then you're not going to get somebody to want to invest in that because they think it's not worth it.
Absolutely.
You know, depending on location, whatever. But so you can go to remodelerswarehouse.com. You can easily find that calculator.
It's on there.
So if you go on there, you can kind of take a look at that and play around with it yourself. But again, if you are going to remodel your home, do it all before you move in.
If possible.
If possible. If not, you're going to have to stay with a friend. Right? Well, thank you so much, Corbin, for being here. We also have some exciting things coming up in the future. We have a remodel that we're going to be sharing, so I won't tell any of the secrets, but we're literally going to show from beginning to end.
Well, new construction.
New construction. Absolutely new. So thank you again for joining us, and don't go anywhere. We have an amazing story of victory coming up. We'll be right back.